So now we're going to start out of these 6 bows. My top choice of the bow. Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to Papa's Place. As always, if this is your first time here, thanks for dropping in. Feel free to drop in anytime you feel. If you ain't never hit that subscribe button, right now would be a good time to reach down there and hit it. Hit that notification bell. Don't cost you a thing. You never know what you may see, learn, and sometimes you learn stuff on what not to do. So I appreciate y'all. But today, I had said on one of my TRAD bow videos, I was going to do a video on the 6 budget TRAD bows that I own. And I'm going to rate them what I like from 1 to 6. 1 being the best, or my favorite, and why I chose that. And then after that, I'm going to rate them again on which ones from 1 to 6 that I actually think is the best buy, and why my rating is different from that. It's just 2 different ratings, and it may help you out on making a choice. So the 5 TRAD bows we got is the Black Hunter Recurve. It is the, I got notes wrote down here so I won't forget what I've got. This here's the 40-pound Black Hunter Recurve. My arrow setup that I got set up for it, the total weight is 533 grains. And that is a Spine 400 arrow. Again, that's the Black Hunter Recurve, straight off Amazon, $100. Next up, we got an Oberon, come from 3 Rivers Archery. Now this bow right here is a 35-pound bow. And I have it set up with some 500 spine arrows. And the total weight is 450 grains. And I got a Thunderhorn quiver mounted on it. Again, that's the Oberon. I'm just showing you the bows up front, and then we'll talk about them. Next, I have a TBOW, an ILF bow. In case some of you don't know what ILF bow means, you can buy interchangeable limbs. I could buy limbs from Hoyt and put on this bow if I so choose to, or any other manufacturer. Again, this here's a 40-pound bow. The TBOW machine riser. I have it set up with the arrows that I got tuned for it. It's 500 grain arrows, and they are the 500 spine. Everything I got is what I got set up in case I want to hunt with it. I'm not big on TRAD bow quivers, so a lot of my bows you're going to see got removable quivers, because I like when I get my stand to remove them. The next bow is the Black Hunter Longbow. And guys, y'all see how dirty that bow is? That's because it and the next 2 bows hang right here under this tree and been out here for months. High heat, rain, everything. Never unstring them. You might think, well, why in the world would you do that? Well, first you might guess that these 3 are not going to be on top of my list. Well, we'll get to that point in a minute. But I want a bow sitting out here, because I walk out every morning and I shoot some before I go to work. I'm here during the day, I might walk over here under this tree, sling some arrows out there. If I got to go in the house and get my bow to do it, I wouldn't shoot near about as much. So this keeps my arm built up and keeps me in tune. But back to this here is the Black Hunter Longbow. And actually, when we get back to the bows, I need to mention the limbs. This Longbow here has got maple core limbs. The RECURVE has got bamboo core limbs. The Oberon, I can't really remember. I think them are, I can't remember them maple or bamboo, but you can look on Three Rivers Archery. It's got all the information on it. The TBOW I got's got bamboo limbs, bamboo core. So that's the Black Hunter Longbow. The next sitting out here. Now I've done some customization to my riser and all that, so it was a little thicker and stuff. This here's the Sanlida HERMIT X8. It's got maple core limbs. It's an ILF bow. And I've actually taken these limbs and put on the TBOW and put the limbs off the TBOW on here, just playing around, seeing which one I like better. But now this bow right here is a 45-pound bow, and the arrows that I got set up, which I shoot all my arrows out here playing around, but the arrows that I got set up in case I did want to hunt with it is actually 630 grain arrows, 340 spine, because it's a little more weight. And I just tuned that arrow, because I had them arrows that was back when I compound bow hunted. I had them shafts, so I utilized them for this bow. Again, that's the Sanlida HERMIT X8. And last but not least, little blackjack here, which little blackjack here didn't come black. This here's the Deerseeker you see on Amazon. Well, when I got it, it was a 45-pound. I shot it. I mean, it's short, light, but it's got some hand shot to it I don't like. So what I did, I took this bow and reading this painted, because I sanded the limbs down and took it down to about a 34-pound bow. And as my grandkids get outgrowing their bow, which they'll pick this one up and shoot it now, even though 6 and 7 years old. 7-year-old, he's tall enough he can shoot it. But that's the Deerseeker. Again, I took the poundage down and spray painted it black. So now we're going to start. Out of these 6 bows, my top choice of the bow is the Black Hunter RECURVE. Now this Black Hunter RECURVE, I don't know if I just got lucky and got a good one. It's got the bamboo core limbs, 40 pounds. I run my brace height right at 8. I'm gonna just say 8 inches, anywhere from 7 7/8 to 8 1/8. Again, I got my arrows set up. This is my hunting setup. 533 grain arrow with a Simmons Swamp Shark on the front, which comes in about 180. I think they advertise for 190. And then I got a 100 grain insert in there. 5-inch fletching. And then I got some wraps put on there. Now guys, them wraps are for reflective wraps. I done a video on that showing how they reflect at night. You can buy that off of Amazon in a roll, cut your own for like half. I ain't gonna say pennies on a dollar, it's like half pennies on a dollar for buying arrow wraps and make your own, and them's reflective. But anyway, that's about the arrow, not the bow. This bow, it's just something about it that it feels good to me for a traditional bow. The riser and all feels good. I ain't done nothing to it other than put me a little, what I call a saddle pad on it, and I made that myself out of a leather glove. It just draws so smooth. And I got a video on that when I compared this to the Longbow, and I put them on the scale, and even though they both come out at the same poundage at my draw length, the poundage was different in the curve, and I think that's the difference in the bamboo core and the maple core. But this joker's just smooth all the way back. Again, back when I got it, I think it was $98 off Amazon. Guys, all these bows here, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below this video where you can go check them out in case you want to purchase one. Now, I ain't gonna get no more detail about my setup because this is about comparing the bows, but that's my top choice. That's the one I choose out of these 6 is my top, and that is what I will be hunting with, and I took one deer with it last year. Now my next choice out of these 6 bows is the TBOW. The only reason I put the Black Hunter over this is because the Black Hunter is more traditional. Because this, and some people like this stuff, especially if you're coming from compound, this may be the bow of your choice to try if you ain't never even shot TRAD bows or don't know if you're gonna like them. You might want to go with a TBOW with a machine riser, because it's more like a riser on a compound bow. And y'all see, I just got that narrow grip, but this guy, it's just as smooth as that Black Hunter shooting and stuff. Now I run the brace height on mine about 8 3/4. All these strings on these bows I made myself, changed them out. Of course, TBOW's like a compound bow. It's already tapped. You could even put air rest, you could put sights, you could do whatever you wanted to do. But I got my removable quiver here, and I just like it. Holds 4 arrows, and that's all I need to go hunting, and it's good and tight and compact. But the TBOW, that's my second choice out of these 6 that I got that I like. Shoots like a dream. Cannot believe you can buy a bow of this quality. At the time I got it, it's less than $100 when I found it. And again, maybe I just got a good one, I don't know. Maybe I got lucky on it, but it's just smooth, nice shooting bow. Being an ILF, you can start out, if you're just starting out, you can get you some 40-pound limbs, 35, whatever you want, and then as your arm gets built up, you can just get you some higher poundage limbs. Quiet shooting, good bow. That's my second choice. The third bow of my choice is the Oberon. This is a very sweet, smooth bow, and I guess one reason it ain't on top of my list is because when I got this is the first TRAD bow I got, and I hadn't been shooting even a compound bow in several years. So I got this in 35 pounds. Well, it didn't take me very long shooting every day. That 35 pounds is just a little too weak for my liking to hunt with. But I know there'll be a day when I get older that this will probably end up being the bow I need to hunt with because it's lighter poundage. But if this bow would have been in 40 or 45 pounds, it probably would have been on top of my list. But it's a prettier bow, slicker finish. But now this wasn't no $100 bow. When I got it, it was a $350 bow. I got it set up. I had a Thunderhorn quiver. I just put it on there because I had it. Don't even know where I got it from. I really don't like it because it looks too big. Looks too big and gaudy for this small, slim bow. To me, it needs something like a 3-arrow quiver. And if y'all look back at my hunting setup, that's all I'm running is a 3-arrow quiver. But the Oberon, that is the third bow of my choice. Like I said, it's a little higher, but I don't think it shoots any better than this Black Hunter Recurve or that TBOW, even though it costs more. The reason it costs more is because it's sold through 3 rivers and it's a third party man involved in there, or fourth, whatever it is, than getting these off Amazon where there ain't no middleman in there getting you money. I do say they are prettier bow if you want to include that for the price, but I'm not trying to compare them on price. I'm just trying to look at these that I got if they was all the exact same dollar. This is still my choice. And that's the choice I chose on that one. I would put that in 3rd place. 4th place for my choice is the Black Hunter Longbow. Now here's where it gets tricky. I don't think the Longbow I got here was one of the best ones. I mean, and you'll see people say they've sent some back. Plus, I'm 99% sure it said on there this was maple core. So if these would have had bamboo core limbs and would have been as smooth as the Recurve, I ain't gonna lie, this would have probably been my top bow and my hunting bow. The riser and all is the exact same, feels the same. I could take these limbs and put on that riser and the recurves on this. But that's why it's in that 4th place on my list, is because I don't think I got one of the best ones as far as the limbs. It's something about the limbs and the draw. Because drawing it back, even though your end poundage is the same as the Black Hunter Recurve, which at my draw length's about 43, 44 pounds, it just feels harder from the get-go all the way back, and then it feels like it's stacking quicker. And I think it has something to do with the maple core limbs. But I'm being fair and honest about it. If the limbs would have been bamboo core, and I would have got a good one like I feel I got with the Recurve, that would be what I'm hunting with. But I'm just judging these on what I got. That's all I can do. Amazon. Number 5 on my list is the Sanlida HERMIT X8. Now I know Sanlida makes some better bows out there, and this ain't a bad bow at all. It's ILF, but it's not as quiet as the ILF TBOW, not near about as quiet. Also, it's kind of like that Black Hunter Longbow. It's stiffer, harder drawing from the get-go, which now this one is 5 pounds up, but that Black Hunter Longbow kind of feels like drawing this 45 pound here, and it feels like it's stacking too much at the end for me. So I just done some customizing, playing around, sanding it down. Like I said, it's actually a little bigger wood and stuff on it. I just playing with it because I knew it wasn't gonna be the hunting bow for me. And that's about all I can say about it. Like I said, I think Sanlida makes some better bows out there. There's too much good things said about their one-piece bows, but this one just didn't do it for me. So that one's in 5th place. And of course, last place, I just had to get this, guys. This is one of them deals where I had an Amazon gift card, and I said, well, let me try this little light bow. They got all kind of good reviews on it. And it's a little shooter. I got a video on me shooting this stuff. It was a little shooter. But then after I knew, I'm like, no, this ain't nothing I'm gonna be hunting with. That's when I just took it back down, took the weight off of it. This is actually gonna be my, when my grandkids get to where these ain't big enough for them, they have this one to go to. But the Black Hunter Longbow and the Sanlida bow, they some tough bows, because they've been outside under this tree hanging right there for weeks on weeks. Now we done got out of the cold freezing weather by the time they was left out here. But ever since I've got them, they've been hanging right here. And right now, yesterday, it was 98 degrees here. Come a rain. It ain't no telling how many rainstorms it's rained on these. Leave them strong. They ain't warped. So they some tough made little bows, I can tell you that. I bet you ain't many of them custom bow builders would say, hey, buy my bow and you can leave it hanging out here under the tree. But at the same time, I wouldn't pay no $1,000, $1,500 bow and leave it hanging out here under the tree neither. To me, if I walk out here tomorrow and these things is done fell apart, all that means is I got less bows. I throw them in the garbage can, and so that's why I bought these bows, to find out which ones I like. So yeah, the little Deerseeker, that's the end of the line. So now let's go to how I would rate them on, and I'm not doing this by price, guys, because this one was $350, which I think's done went up since I got it. I'm not rating it on price. I am totally rating these bows on how they shoot and feel to me. I don't care if they was all $400 or they was all $50. I'm rating them on how they feel and shoot to me. And I shoot every day. So y'all want to take a guess? If you do, pause the video right here and go down there and leave me a comment, and y'all take a guess of what y'all think out of these bows that I'm going to say is the best bow. I ain't talking about my opinion and what I chose to hunt with. I'm saying what I think is the best bow. Go leave me a comment. That helps me when y'all leave comments anyway. Alright, y'all ready? The best bow out of these 6, and I ain't gonna say for the money, because we're gonna assume they all cost the same. I don't care. You can put a price. You can say $20 bows, or you can say $2,000 bows. I'm judging them on what I think is the best bow. That right here, my friend, is this TBOW. Now they say that's a knockoff of a Hoyt Satori. Just ain't got the prettiest finish on it. Well, you looking at a fella here that care less about finishes. But right there, guys, if you get you one of them to start out with, and you coming from a compound bow, but you don't know if you want a traditional bow or not, but you would like to try it, you cannot go wrong with this TBOW, I promise you. Especially if you get lucky and get one like I did, because this is a smooth drawing bow, don't stack. I mean, you can pull it on, see how much further I'm coming on back. It don't start stacking until it gets back here. That's a 40-pound bow, and at my draw length is pulling 43, 44 pounds. Shoots awesome, quiet. You can put any kind of quiver on it. Just you can use your quiver off your compound bow on it. You could put your sights off your compound bow on it. You could probably put some of your compound arrow rest on it if you so choose to. It's just a nice bow. It's even got the tapped here where you can put your balancing bars or whatever you want on it. But that right there is the best bow out of these 6 all the way around, bar none. Alright, do y'all want to guess what the second bow is? If you do, just pause the video and go guess and say, this is what I'm guessing for my second bow. Because I actually say if you comment more than like four or 5 words, it really helps me if you comment like that. So you can put my second bow choice is, then tell me. Alright, here we go. My second choice is the Oberon. That's a nice bow. Nice looking bow. Nice filling bow, nice shooting bow. Only reason it didn't make my list is because, I guess probably because it's just a 35 pound. And that's the God's honest truth, guys. If this bow was in 40 pounds or 45 pounds, I mean, if this bow was in 40 pounds, it would be my top choice, or my choice. But this comes in the second place out of these 6 bows. Second choice. Third choice, which is my first choice set up to hunt with, what I've been practicing with, is the Black Hunter Recurve. It just feels like a traditional bow ought to feel to me. The riser and all, shoots good. And like I said, apparently I got a good one, where I see some people say they get good ones, and then some say they had to send them back because of different things. But right there off Amazon, that's my third choice. Y'all ought to be able to guess now, from now on. Fourth choice would be the Black Hunter Longbow. Again, that's only because I'm rating these on these 6 particular bows, and I don't think this one here I got. And I started to order me some, I can just get limbs for this, some bamboo limbs, bamboo core limbs, because I just think I got a bad deal on these limbs. It's just too hard and stacks too much. But if you want a longbow and not a recurve, and you want a $99 bow, that's a good one right there. Course number 5 would be the Sanlida HERMIT X8. And number 6 would be the Deerseeker. Really and truly, one ain't no better than the other one for me. But if I had to have just one of these last 2 to hunt with, I would hunt with this one. I wouldn't hunt with that little lightweight one that gives me a little hand shot. It's actually too light. Kind of more like a fun bow. But you could hunt with this one. I could hunt with it if it's all I had. Especially after I took my grip down and made it smaller and stuff. I just like a small bow. I don't like a big compact risers and stuff. But guys, that right there is number 5, and then Deerseeker's number 6. So if you have any of these bows that we just looked at, leave in the comments. Tell me what you think about them, or if you feel, because like I said, you know, these are all Chinese bows. Even this Oberon right here is made in China. It was just shipped over here and sold for 3 Rivers. They put a little more time into it, a little prettier and stuff. That's why it costs more. Does it shoot? It don't shoot no better than the muddins to me. It's just a little bit prettier. Y'all let me know what you think. If y'all want a pretty bow, guys, if you don't want an Amazon bow, if ordering a bow off Amazon, but you want a budget bow to start out with, go to 3 Rivers, and if you'll get this, they even got the Oberon and the RECURVE if you prefer recurves. But go to 3 Rivers, get you one of these, and you'll be happy. I promise you, you'll be happy. But now, like I said, if you don't want to even spend that much and you want to get you a good bow, don't mind getting it from Amazon. $99 Black Hunter Longbow or recurve. I guess it's a gamble what you get, but the thing about Amazon, you can send it right back. No problem. Last thing I'm gonna say again, if you coming from a compound bow and you've never ever even shot a traditional bow and you want to try it, but you don't even know. I mean, like you've never even had one in your hand, I would get the TBOW. If you've never had a traditional bow in your hand, all you ever done was compound, I would get this right here. Now, like myself, I wanted a traditional bow because my dad had them raised up and I shot them as kids coming up. But of course, when I got deer hunting age to bow hunt, yeah, they had good compounds out there, so I never looked back. And now that I'm older, I'm just making things more entertaining for myself. But guys, that's it. I told y'all I was going to do a video on how I rated these 6 particular bows. I actually have one more coming that I'm going to do a video on. It's kind of a little different setup style bow than all of these. I just want to do it. I just want to try it. Make videos on it. Gives me something to do. It's just a hobby for me and I love it. And ain't nothing better to me than shooting a deer with an arrow, whether it's compound or not. I can shoot a little yearling with my bow, that compound bow, and get so much more out of it than shooting a decent buck with my rifle. Always been that way. But guys, I appreciate y'all. Please leave me some comments down below. Let me know what y'all think about these bows or any other bows you suggest out there that's budget bows I might want to try. Now, don't be coming in here saying them Black Widows and stuff, because Papa ain't gonna put out no money just to review no bow that cost that much. Guys, I love y'all, appreciate y'all, hope y'all have a great day. Go get them deer stands up, get your scouting going on, because it is hunting time right here. It ain't a couple weeks. I hope I'm gonna have a video, me and old Nimrod here. That's what I named this bow here. Actually, I got a crossbow in this called Nimrod. If you don't know what Nimrod means, look it up. But me and old Nimrod here is going to try to get y'all a video. That's why I got my GoPro deal set up right here. I was practicing out here shooting with my GoPro because I can't wear it on my head. I done tried that. I can't do that. And I ain't getting set up to where you got a camera and you can move it around and all that. The deer I hunt, I ain't got time to be... I'm going to have it just like the couple videos I did have recorded. I can turn it on and sit here and at least get some videos for us. But guys, hope y'all have a great day, blessed week, God bless. See y'all on the next one. Let's see. I got these bows out now. I ain't shot these in a long time. Let's see what the old Oberon doing. Y'all see the little deer out there at 18 yards? Hey, that would have got him right through his lungs. TBOW. I ain't shot the TBOW, and I couldn't tell you when. Uh-oh, the TBOW's got broadheads. We're gonna shoot that deer with his broadhead. Dead deer. Y'all see why I said I can hunt with any of these bows? Even the old Sanlida here. Uh-oh. Sanlida didn't do that good though. Sanlida was down there in the gut. But y'all know what? I ain't shot this bow so long I forgot this is that heavy air. It's gonna fall out on me. Let me shoot that again. There we go. That put it right in there. That was my fault for forgetting about how heavy the arrow was that I shoot through this bow. Now we'll shoot the longbow. All them's in there. Now we're gonna shoot the Deerseeker. I don't know what it's gonna do. 35 pounds with this. This is 480 grain arrow. Cause I actually ain't been shooting this bow since I took it to 35 pounds. It's just something for kids to play with. But we're gonna see if we can stick it in that deer. Oh, I shot him in the butt. So that kind of shows y'all why my choices is the way they are on my shooting. I didn't shoot my choice though, did I? With my choice here, I got a practice arrow right here. I ain't shooting one of my broadheads. I got them good and sharp. All right, let's go take a look. So at 18 yards, of course this right here was the old Deerseeker. Didn't even expect to hit the deer. This one right here was the first shot with the Sanlida because I forgot how heavy these arrows was. The second shot was a dang good shot. Then we got the arrow right here with the Black Hunter Longbow. Then what we have here, we got the TBOW was right there. That was with the broadhead. This one here was the Oberon, hit right there. I ain't shot neither one of them bows in weeks and weeks. And then here was with my bow that I'm hunting with. So guys, I don't think that was bad for shooting these bows that I ain't even shot in weeks. Only one I've been shooting lately is my one I'm finna be hunting with, the Black Hunter and the Black Hunter Longbow. Even though it don't pull back as smooth, it's shooting this kind of aiming and stuff same as my other one, so I can practice with it. Time to go hang these back on the wall, because this is the only one miners right now.